Hello and welcome to Finovate TV, live from Finovate Fall. I'm delighted to be joined by Ramona Ortega, founder of My Money, My Future, and we are going to talk about financial inclusion. So, hello, Ramona. Thanks again.
Hello, thank you.
Great to have you here. Yeah, great to have you here. We spend a lot of time discussing the potential of fintech to kind of deliver better results in terms of financial inclusion. How does My Money, My Future help deliver on that opportunity and those challenges?
Absolutely. So My Money, My Future essentially provides digital financial advice. Where I think that we're special in terms of financial inclusion is that we are focused on a very specific segment of the market. So we always talk about millennials, but millennials are not a homogenous group, right? So we're focused particularly on multicultural millennials. One, because it's an emerging market, so it makes tons of business sense. But two, we're arbitraging the fact that no one else is doing it. And three, more importantly, is that these are millennials that for the most part are sort of in a place that have faced financial challenges. They're in the group that we talk about in terms of the racial wealth gap. Right, so they're coming out of school with more debt, they have less financial stability, they have less financial mobility perhaps because of their families. So we're really focused on that generation, and we think that if we do this right, we can move the needle on the racial wealth gap in this country.
So, I mean, you've picked on some of what I was going to ask in my follow-up question around some of the particular needs of these communities and how they're not being met by the current suite of available products and services. So is that because, you know, has technology enabled you to reach them better, or is it really just about understanding the needs of your customers?
Sure, well I think it's both. I mean, technology is absolutely essential in the scalability of the solutions. And also in terms of the ease of access, right? So one of the great things is that actually millennials of color are over-indexed on mobile. So that means that they're essentially already living in their phones and in technology, and so they trust technology as a platform. But what we're able to do is really create nuanced solutions for the particular problems that they face. So not only from a content and user acquisition strategy, which is, I think, very key to our formula, but also the kinds of tools that they need, right? So we talk a lot about financial education, but people don't need just education. They need access to education alongside a ability to take action, and to have that in a place that's in sort of a one platform place, and is also being given by a trusted provider, right? And I think that's what we do. We're sort of that bridge between financial services and this sort of millennial generation that's super diverse, that has very particular challenges that we're able to meet.
Yeah, that's great. And again, you know, I think you picked up on one of what the outcomes of financial inclusion is, and that's financial education and putting those two pieces together. Can you pick up on some of the other benefits of financial inclusion? We talk about it as a goal, but obviously there's some practical outcomes that we're looking to see.
Absolutely. Look, opportunity is really about sort of economic stability. I mean, at the end of the day, if you are struggling financially, you're not building the next company, you're not building small businesses, you have sort of less likely to succeed in the workforce. So there's many things that it affects, right? And so what we're trying to do is really give people economic stability over time and to build wealth in their communities. And when we do that, all kinds of indicators increase, including health, mental health, well-being, sort of family situations. So that's really what we're after, is like, how do we increase that economic stability and to build wealth in our communities? So there's many apps on the market right now, but something I always say is that poor people don't have, like, there's 99 problems, an app is not one of them, right? So it's not that there's not an app that doesn't match their solution, it's not the right solution. It's really a product market fit, right? So for example, there's many solutions in the investment market, right? So the robo-advising, and it's a great tool, except that a lot of people don't even know where to begin. So that tool doesn't help them.
So it's actually not reaching them.
It's not
and
reaching
solving
them.
An immediate problem.
That's right.
That might let them build up something to something else in the future.
They might need an onboard literally to, hey, this is why this is important, and this is why this solution is actually really useful for you. And that may take less than 5 minutes. That could be a Facebook Live. That could be an event where that aha moment.
And is that some of the strategies that you? My next question was, okay, we can see that these communities are underserved, overlooked. The products aren't meeting their needs. How do you reach them? How do you get your message out? How do you get them to jump on board?
So we get out of the bubble for one. Right? I think that, look, every industry has silos, and they have bubbles, and so they speak to each other. So we talk a lot about financial inclusion, but we actually go talk to our users all the time. We're constantly in market with our users, whether that's in social media. So we meet them where they are, both physically and sort of, speaking their language, digitally speaking their language. So social media, offline events. So we're going to create a tribe of our users, and they're ambassadors. Those are people that do word of mouth. We have events in key areas, like, so for example, Los Angeles is a big area for us, in Texas. So where we know that our users exist, we often do events there. And we also just have a lot of communication online with them. And we're always speaking also in college campuses, with organizations. So again, meeting them where they are, and also meeting them in conjunction with organizations that they already trust.
Well, I'd like to thank Ramona Ortega for joining us today and for coming out of her bubble to come along to Finovate Fall. We'll also look forward to a lot more interesting conversations over the course of the next 2 days at Finovate Fall. So thanks for joining us.